Judgment's been reserved in the appeal by the two men convicted in the coffin assault case. They've approached the Supreme Court of Appeal to challenge their conviction and sentence. Willem Oosthuizen and Theo were sentenced to 11 and 14 years in prison, respectively, for attempted murder, assault, kidnapping, and defeating the ends of justice. The pair forced Victor Mlotshwa into a coffin before pouring petrol on him and threatening to set him alight. Oosthuizen and Jackson admitted to putting Mlotshwa into the coffin, but denied they intended to kill him. eNCA's Malungelo Booi has been following the story and joins me now. So Malungelo, we saw this attempt to get bail. It seems to me that they're taking a two-phased approach. They first want to be released on bail pending the substantive appeal. What came out of court today?
That's right. In fact, today what they really told the court, that's the lawyers, in fact, that were in court today, the Supreme Court in Bloemfontein. What the lawyers are trying to do, Thulasizwe, is go through the evidence of Victor Mlotshwa and also the evidence of their clients. Remember, they've insisted throughout the trial that what they did, they were provoked by Victor Mlotshwa because he had said that he was going to attack their families. These men are saying that their actions, that is to shove Victor Mlotshwa into the coffin, were merely just to scare him. But Thulasizwe, I think it's very important for us, though, to hear an interaction between one of the lawyers and also the judges at the Supreme Court of Appeal.
Retaliation was moderate, reasonable, and commensurate in nature with the provocation.
No, Mr. Gibbs.
Cannot be.
In any civilized society, and we're just going on your version of events, we're going on what you put. You put someone in a coffin. You know, I'm not even thinking, I don't know if there was any evidence about cultural sensitivities. But across the board, you put anybody in a coffin. You threaten to burn him with a coffin. And you threaten to put a snake inside of the coffin. And am I correct that in the evidence as we have it on the record, there was evidence of a lighter being fetched at some stage from a car?
And to prevent him, they wanted to scare him or terrorize him. Use the words.
Use the word because that is what it was. On your client's version of events, they terrorized him. Now, since when is terrorism, and stripped of connotations of freedom and liberation movements, since when is terrorism reasonable, moderate, and moderate? I mean, I just don't get it. I'm just a bit taken aback by the fact that you can terrorize people because the end justifies the means.
Wow, so these allegations being made that Victor Mlotshwa was terrorizing these two, coming out at a stage where they're only arguing the first part of their application that has to do with them getting bail. We're not even getting to the point of whether or not they should have been convicted, let alone sentenced for that act. What are they trying to achieve with all these arguments of sort of trying to, it seems like reopening the matter in a way?
Remember, Thulasizwe, for them, Judge Sheila Mphahlele had actually denied them the leave to appeal, so they petitioned the Supreme Court of Appeal. So what they're trying to do here is to say that actually Judge Mphahlele was wrong in convicting these men to 11 and 14 years. But also what's also interesting, though, here, what we're hearing from these men and the lawyers is that they've admitted, though, that kidnapping and assault, you get a jail term. They've already admitted that. And so it doesn't really look good for them, in fact, when they go when they try to appeal the conviction and sentence.
Right. So, but take us back to how divisive this whole issue was. I mean, it happened in the area of Middelburg in Mpumalanga, but it became a national issue, didn't it?
Thulasizwe, in fact, when we were there, you could tell how divided that community was. You could see the white farmers on one side and the black people on the other side. And also, I mean, even on social media, the opinion was actually quite divided. In fact, Judge Mphahlele also cited that this incident actually went against the rebuilding, nation building, and also the spirit of non-racial society, and hence she convicted these men of this crime and years that she actually gave them to spend in prison.
All right, Malungelo, thank you so much for coming through and giving us that update.